This video brought to you by Jdidpainting.com. If you need your miniatures painted to a tabletop standard, check out Jdidpainting.com.
Hey everyone, welcome to another commission update. As always, my name is Jay and I'm the owner of a company called Jdidpainting.com. We specialize in painting miniatures. We'd love to paint your miniatures for you. Without further ado, here's another commission update, as I just mentioned, is for another Colossal model. I really love painting these new Colossal models for War Machine, and I want to start painting the Gargantuan models for Hordes. They just look amazing, they're giant, and they have amazing detail, and they're just really fun and awesome to paint, and they look great on the tabletop. So here's another one. This is a Hyperion model, the Retribution of Scyrah Colossal, and it is just awesome. I love it. I love the way it turned out. I love the color scheme. It's just the simple color scheme that is the same as the box art, and the client wanted a forest, but this time, rather than painting your base to kind of fit the model scale, the client wanted the basing to be the same scale as what the Colossal should be in real life. So you'll see it on the base, and everything's very small. That's really cool. So without further ado, here's the model. Hey everyone, so here's the Hyperion that I recently finished painting for a client. As you can see, I just went with the same scheme as I did before, the one identical to the box art. So just whites and blues, and then I weathered it up a lot with dark grays, but I think it turned out really cool nonetheless. For this particular one, the client wanted a forest scheme, but he really wanted the model to scale, so he wanted this Colossal model, which is supposed to be huge, right, the size of tons of buildings put together. He wanted it to tower over the trees. And so for this one, I just scaled down everything, so I used tiny rocks to represent the relatively large boulders that'd be in the ground. And I used trees. These were actually from HO scale train set trees. But yeah, I think it turned out really cool. So as you can see, he's stomping through the forest, and he's surrounded by trees. That's pretty cool. I guess he's carefully stepping over them. I made sure that none of the trees are exactly behind him from his legs, so that because he would have stomped those down pretty quickly. But yeah, it turned out pretty cool. So here he is, just a quick around, and I'll go a little bit in detail. So for this guy, I actually used a combination of P3, Citadel, and the new Minotaur paints. A lot of the airbrushing I did was using Minotaur paints, specifically there's new Snow White and Ghost White, and Skull White instead of Ghost White. Sorry, Snow White and Skull White. And it turned out really cool. I'm a big fan of these Minotaur paints. I'm going to do a full review on them very shortly, so definitely expect that. For the blues all over the model, I simply used Arcane Blue, the color recommended by P3, and the metallics I used Citadel. So it's not a very hard model to paint up, but it is really effective. I love the simple color scheme, and it just looks really nice. I love this model. It is one of my favorite models from War Machine. It just looks so cool, and it's such a heavy hitter on the battlefield, and it's so tough looking. Plus, it's only 18 points as opposed to the other Colossals, which are either 19 or 20, depending on the Colossal or Gargantuan. But yeah, and then a lot of this depth of color I used, as I said, I used an airbrush. Let's focus in on here. But I actually provided a lot of the shading myself using the airbrush, so I used different shades of gray and black on the bottom and the underside of him versus the light whites on the top half of him. And yeah, here's just the side view. I think it looks pretty cool. As you can see, all the weathering on the shield, the arms, everything, and the legs. I think it looks really cool. And as I said, for the base, I just did brown ground with green grass flock, and the trees and rocks. I think it just looks pretty cool. Definitely looks very foresty. And as the client wanted, you know, the guys walking through the forest on the way to a Colossal battle. So I think it turned out really cool. Here's the back. So you can see I tried to create a little bit of a glowing through all the lights parts just by using different shades, and building it up by adding a little bit of white or off-white to Arcane Blue. And yeah, here it is. I think it just looks really cool, and it's going to look really awesome on the tabletop. I'm pretty certain the client is going to love it. And yeah, this is actually the same client that ordered the previous one, and he loved it so much that he got me to paint another one for him. So now he has two Hyperions, and on the battlefield they're just going to be insane. They're going to be like the Bash Brothers, I think, and just destroy everything. But they're so cool. And obviously when building him, I pinned him to the bottom of the top half because he's a giant piece of metal, and I had to varnish him several times. I used the new satin varnish from, I think they call it Satin Coat from Minotaur. And yeah, just to protect it, keep it looking all nice and pretty and shiny. But yeah, it just turned out really cool. I'm very proud of it. I'm very happy with this. Yeah, I love it when you paint such a gargantuan looking model, a large model, and it looks so cool in the end, and then you're just like, wow, this looks so cool. That's what I feel, and hopefully you feel the same thing. So thank you very much, and yeah, that's the end of this Hyperion showcase. And that concludes another commission update. As always, check out our website if you want your models painted. Our website is www.jdidpainting.com. Website link right here. If you click on there, you'll go straight to our website. And thank you very much for watching this video. Please like the video, comment in the comment section down below, and favorite the video if you really, really like it. Subscribe to my channel if you're already done so. All this stuff really does help a lot. And don't worry, I'm going to be doing a bunch of painting tutorials in the near future, including one on this particular Hyperion. So stay tuned for those. And until next time, this is Jay saying, happy painting, everyone.